What I did that I shouldn't have been doing until a few months ago was occasionally use my iPhone to send administrative messages, no classified information and backed up as records, but to my immediate staff. And even that I shouldn't have been doing. And when I realized that, I stopped. But this is, I have to hold myself to absolutely strict standards in terms of cybersecurity and doing things that are appropriate. I didn't in this case. It's a mistake, and it's entirely my own.
Yeah, you know, what are these people, brain dead? I mean, this is the Secretary of Defense talking like he, you know, made a mistake and made a left turn where it said no left turn. I don't understand how this man is qualified to be Secretary of Defense after he admits now he used his private email in the wake of all the, and this is after all the Hillary Clinton controversy, and he made a mistake, and he realized he shouldn't. Give me a break. How about you're fired? But that doesn't happen in this administration. Joining us now on the panel, Kurt Schlichter, Troy, lawyer and columnist with Breitbart.com and Townhall.com, and Christopher Hahn, Democratic strategist and syndicated radio host. Kurt, I don't get it. This is the most pathetic thing I've seen in a long time. Come
on, you must have seen something more pathetic.
How do you make this mistake and realize you made a mistake? What are you, brain dead?
Well, look, when there's no, there is no law anymore. There are no more rules. There's no more regulation. None of it matters. Use your own email. Email classified documents. Who cares? You're just a racist, sexist Islamophobe for bringing it up to me. It doesn't matter anymore. There's no law. It's the Wild West. Do what you want.
That's pretty
right?
Much,
isn't that how it is?
Christopher, that's pretty much the way this administration operates.
I mean, if you live in the bubble that is created by Breitbart.com, that's probably what you would think.
Right,
but I think that this is a very qualified man. I think he's made some mistakes. But look, everybody does. And frankly, in this world we live in, we all have multiple devices. Sometimes you wind up sending an email from the wrong account. What are you going to do?
It's not. He didn't send it.
It was called the United States military for 28 years, and I held a top secret security clearance, and I didn't screw around with classified material. I mean, I was just a colonel. I wasn't trying to be Secretary of Defense or, God forbid, president. So if we're talking about bubbles, maybe those two characters, those two Democrats, ought to be a little more aware of the special bubble they're inside, one that has the lives of American soldiers in their hands.
Yeah,
lives
I don't think that there's been any
regulations
that you're spitting out right now, honestly. I mean, I think that you are way over the top on this because there's really no scandals.
Let Christopher.
And I know that it really kills you that that's the case. But there has really been no real scandals other than the made-up ones that guys like you perpetuate.
Yeah, and that's why the FBI is investigating a made-up scandal.
But it might kill some of the guys that I led. You know, I think this is serious stuff. And these Democratic
the Republicans and the neocons who you
it's a punchline. It's not serious. I know you're paid to cover for these guys, but for once, show some character, show some dignity. Say, my gosh, the people I'm backing up were wrong. Just say it. It's easy. They were wrong. Go ahead,
but I don't think it's worth the venom in your voice.
There's a lot of venom. 25 years ago, right now, I was overseas leading.
Christopher, let him respond.
Real life to me, pal. This is real life.
All right, guys, let's move on to something else. The Secretary of Department of Homeland Security has said, yes, terrorists could try to exploit the refugee system. Gee whiz. But you know what? It's not who we are to then try to keep those refugees out of the country. It's who we are to risk letting them in, I guess, Kurt. And maybe we'll have dead Americans, because it's better that we do that and have dead Americans than dare to keep people out who may wish to do us harm, because the president, who isn't who I am, and not because of his race, says it's not who we are.
Well, you know, I'm all for letting in the loyal Muslims who fought side by side with us, guys like my interpreter who served with me in Kosovo. These guys are great people and potential future Americans that I'll be proud to have swearing allegiance to the same flag I do. But the fact is, this administration has shown itself absolutely incompetent. You know, this administration is so politically correct, they won't even allow the DHS to look at the social media of the people who are applying to come into our country, so that you get some freak like this woman in San Bernardino killing people 2 miles from where a bunch of my friends still serve in the California Guard. And they can't even look at her Facebook page where she's swearing allegiance
Christopher,
to
final
It's
word,
pathetic.
Christopher. Let Christopher go. Go ahead, Christopher.
Yeah, look, I think we should be looking at their Facebook pages, and I think that is something that the government should be doing for people who are attempting to come in here. We should look at all their social media, everything they're saying, and if they're a threat, we should assess that threat. That said, I don't want to cancel the entire program because we can't assess threats properly. We should fix the program, assess the threats properly, and I think we got a pretty good screening system here. We've got to be better than pretty good. It's got to be more.
All right,
more
good way to
perfect.
end it. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you both for your time. More of the show coming up next. Don't go away.